Next general question. So this is one where a lot of you guys across the Midwest, first of all, if those of you that were affected by heavy storms, I know there was some pretty hardcore stuff through Louisiana and stuff. Hope you guys are cool. Hope you guys are good. I know that you get a lot of these kind of storms in the spring, but this is the first one, and it can tend to catch people, you know, in a way that they're not ready for. So I hope you guys are all cool there. But one thing that came with that was a lot of rain, I know, and then even up through the Midwest, a lot of you guys got hit with some snow. Even Jake the Lawn Kid, and I saw a couple other people commenting that they got snow, like a couple inches of snow, and this was like mid-April, what, the 12th, 13th? Something like that. That is a little bit late, especially for Northwest Indiana. I wouldn't say that we would get snow that would stick typically in April, mid-April like that, so that's a little late from what I can remember. But either way, what a lot of folks are asking, especially further north where you may have got 4, 6, or even 7 or 8 inches, I think a few of you got further north, is, hey, Alan, I put my pre-emergent down. I waited. I did what you said. Soil temps were approaching 55. Forsythia might have even been blooming or close, you know, what this and that. And then I got this snow up here. What is that going to do to my pre-emergent? Is that going to hurt me? Well, let me just tell you that if you got enough snow where snowplows had to drive across and scrape up your parkway again, maybe you had to snow blow giant piles, maybe people had to walk on the lawn to shovel it or whatever. If you had to do that, then yeah, that's going to affect the pre-emergent barrier. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's why we do split applications. I talk about that second coat of paint. That's why we do 3 pounds per thousand in the first app and 3 pounds per thousand in the second, which comes roughly 40 days later or as soil temperatures are approaching 70. So you should be fine. Let that snow melt off. Some spots may have been disturbed. You got that second app coming up. Now, if you want to move that second app up, you want to move it sooner because you're feeling like some disturbances happened, go ahead. No problem. Shake it down, get it down, throw her down, water it in. You're only going to be, in most cases, 25, 30 days early anyway. You're good. You're gonna be covered up through. I feel good about right now where we're at in mid-April. If you get 3 months of that, April to May to June, you're fine. I think you're going to be okay. So maybe you want to move it up just a little bit. No problem there. Now, if you just got that 3, 4 inches that just kind of hits and dissipates, maybe it sat overnight, and then the next morning as the sun came out, it went off. I will tell you that the way you want to look at snow like that is just it's severely slowed down cold rain. That's what that kind of snow is. That 2 to 3 to 4 inches that might stick for a few hours is severely slowed down cold rain. That's all it is. It's just going to water your pre-emergent in, or if you had already put it down and had already been watered in, it's just going to move through like warm, fast rain would. And that brings us to the other side where people did get warm, fast rain. Again, if you're a little bit further south, some of you got a ton of rain just pounding on you that just started hitting you, and you're wondering, Alan, what about that heavy rain I got? Is that heavy rain going to hurt my pre-emergent? So this is where we have to just kind of talk logically. How do you really define heavy rain? How do you define that? It's really hard, isn't it? It's difficult because did all that rain come down? You know, let's say you got 6 inches of rain. Well, that's a lot. 6 inches of rain. Well, if all that 6 inches came down in 1 hour, that's a different kind of heavy rain than if that 6 inches came down over 4 days. But I can call both of those heavy rain. The other thing is there are other factors that add to that heavy rain. What about all the stuff that comes off of your rooftop? Maybe your downspouts aren't directed properly and you get a pool on one side of your lawn. That's nothing to do with the rain. That's actually something with your area there and the way your drainage works. So that can affect things. So if you're asking me, did the heavy rain affect the prodiamine? I don't know about those types of things where you have those site-specific challenges that you're dealing with that heavy rain may affect. Those are other things I don't know about. So what I would tell you is first of all, let's just trust the science, okay? These products are used by professionals. They are in products that you can get at the store. They are used and have been used in the case of prodiamine, I think since 1987 or so was when the patent for the brand name came out, which I can't, Barricade. So I think that's when it is. But either way, it's been used for years. Let's trust the science. And the science that was used in the university studies that were done leading up to that to bring that to market. And then secondly, let's trust that the professionals have been using it for years. It's the gold standard, prodiamine is. They still use it. They've been putting applications down previous. And then other than that, let's just trust and hope for the best. You know, that's what we have to do. We have to still follow the label, and the label doesn't say if you get a heavy rain, you could reapply. What the label says is maximum this much per year. And if you're on cool season lawns, you get 6 pounds of the 0.38% per 1,000 square feet per year. That's all you get. If you've already applied 3, just because you think you got a heavy rain, you can't think you made up for that because you don't know. So that's why we do the split app. You put your second app down, just like the guys with the heavy snow. You can move up your second app a little closer if you need to. Now, if both your apps went down already, then again, that's where you have to trust the science, trust that you made a good application, trust that the product works. And if anything does break through, then that's just how the season is. No season is going to be perfect. You're never going to have a perfect season ever. If this one just happens to be a heavier rain season, I'm using air quotes there because every year somebody's going to tell you that it's a heavy rain season. Every year you could find somebody everywhere that forgets how heavy the rain is every spring and will tell you that this is a heavy rain season every year. And then you'll get somebody else that comes back and says, no, it's not heavy compared to the 1974 that I remember. You're always going to have that, and it goes back to perspectives. So what I would tell you is to trust the process, trust that you put your applications down properly, that you did what you could. You controlled the controllables, which is the timing of the soil temps. That's in your control. You measured out your product. That's in your control. You did a proper application with proper overlap. That's in your control. Control the things that you can control and let everything else get sorted out by God or Mother Nature, whichever you choose. That's how